find out what happens. It's time for the final round of day number 1. Alien Corey, take it away.
Thank you so much, friends. Hello, everybody, and welcome to round number 8 of Pro Tour Secrets of Strixhaven. Corey Baumeister, Ailey Loney, we have the privilege of wrapping up the day here for you. It is the final round. We have 2 undefeated players left in the building. Who's it going to be at the end of the day, bud?
Yeah, I think this is 2 absolute superstars, no doubt. But I'm with Monty on this. I think the Landfall deck has a little bit of an advantage up against Lessons, but minor. 55% favorite, maybe something like that. So really could go either way.
Alrighty, well, let's see how things shake out here in our feature match area. Rui Zhang getting ready to take Nathan Steuer to school and teach him a lesson or 10, I imagine, as we did watch them earlier in a previous round, go absolutely bananas with, what was it, 3 monuments and just so many spells cost.
Yeah, Ray was absolutely crushing in that point, and I've been walking around. I've been watching Nathan's match as well. I've been watching this Celestia Landfall deck in action, and it's looked really, really good as well. So kind of 2 innovative takes of existing decks that we've seen before and kind of just fine-tuning them, getting them ready for the metagame. But hey, you can't go wrong here with Ragagran here on turn 1.
It's not Ragavan. Whoever said
That's why I said Ragagran.
Is wrong. Okay, Gran. Anyway, down on the battlefield, going to help get the draw discard going here for Zhang. Also able to give that, seniors discount and just sending her clone to the graveyard.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Turn 1 being on the play, already huge in this matchup. Absolutely massive. As both of these decks aren't really caring about what each other is doing that much. They both just want to, accumulate their game plan. So getting Llanowar Elf or Gran onto the battlefield on turn 1 is very important for either player.
Yeah, absolutely. Ideal start here for Rui. On the other side of things, we've got Nathan Steuer, who has Llanowar Elves in hand, Savage Chocobo, Badgermole Cub, Mindform Harmonizer. So basically he has everything cooking that he could possibly want, but Diadrene Synthesis Amalgam is going to hit the board here first for former world champion Nathan Steuer.
Nathan had a bit of an awkward scenario there, and this is kind of the cost of this being Celestia instead of just mono green.
Yeah.
Had a great opportunity to go Saz's Chocobo into Forest, into Llanowar Elf, but it was a Plains. So that really made the play a lot more difficult. Had to choose between Diadrene or Cub, or just playing one of the 1-drops in Escape Tunnel. So had 3 close options there.
Yeah. Rui Zhang, no stranger to plenty of these landfall critters in the mono green decks, in these landfall decks, because they did that Temur Harmonizer combo not too long ago.
Yep.
The 1-shot kill with massive critters.
Yeah, where Tony Portalon brought it to 5 games here in Lorwyn. That deck was sweet. We didn't see a lot of it after that, but man, that deck was incredible for that tournament, that's for sure. Big brain deck building, which we're very much accustomed to from Zhang's entire team.
Yeah. Team Sanctum of All. Always keep us on our toes, huh?
Yep.
Never entirely sure what they're going to bring to the next tournament, and it's always a pleasure to watch them in action.
And they had their brew this time, maybe not doing so great so far overall, but Rui Zhang decided to not play that kind of team deck and went with the more stock Is It Lessons deck, and it's, paying off very well for them right now.
Absolutely. 16. Lands aplenty. Artist Talent, consult the star charts and combustion technique in hand for Rui.
And looks like
here with talent.
Almost assuredly combustion technique here to be able to clear the way for Gran here. We got 2 lessons. Senior discounts very close to being online.
Love to see it for the Is It Lessons fan. Yep, abandoned attachments. So now everything costs 1 less. And if we're able to level up the class, we'll also get another discount there.
Yeah, and 3 steps ahead and consult, both great cards at being discounted, being able to have just 2 mana for counterspell now with 3 steps ahead, or 3 mana for consult the star charts kicked is very powerful as well.
I'm going to get a forest, and I'm going to fight this. Go.
Players shortcutting a bit because, well, they're such experienced Magic players. They know what's up. They understand what each other is doing.
Gran down. Bushwhack takes care of, I wouldn't say the very powerful Gran, but, she's pretty good.
Yep.
Savage Chocobo now able to start chipping away. I'll say chipping, more like chunking away the life total here of Zhang on the other side.
And Zhang just leveled up the talent to now have that cost reduction back to what it was with Grand in play. So has 3 steps ahead available for the counterspell mode, which, yeah, that's going to happen right now.
Snaps that off. 3 steps ahead, says no, thank you. Ice Explorer, get in the bin.
13.
And now it still has
I
the
guess the
ability
shot.
to
11. Yeah.
consult the star charts for 3 mana, which will be exactly stock up right now.
But instant speed stock up.
But it will be on sorcery, so
No,
it is
fine.
stock up. Looks like artist talent not being active, so Zhang likes the card in hand. Combustion technique, very good.
Yeah.
1 mana, being able to deal with that Saz's Chocobo here. Looks great. But Nathan's hand is still stocked. Still very good. Harmonizer and the Hydra looks great.
Yeah, Mossborn Hydra is kind of fun to cast that and have it resolve.
Yeah, wow. Consult and Spire Bluff Canal the pick. Spire Bluff Canal is not ideal, but I guess when you're going to discard it anyways.
It's a combustion technique, takes care of the threat on board, so bye-bye birdie.
Yep. 3 cards.
3 in hand.
Okay, so just debating whether or not to play the Verge, it looks like, from Zhang. Like, do I want to loot this away, or do I want to hold it or get it in play so that Consult is more online? And, yep, decides to play the land.
Yeah, no main deck way to deal with enchantments, so the claw should stick around.
And Mossborn Hydra here didn't look very threatening from Nathan before the draw step, but Fabled Passage,
Yeah.
pretty much the best draw step from any turn 4 and on from these landfall decks, and looks great now, being able to represent this Hydra going up to 4 power, and then find a way to get another land drop at some point. But Ancestral Recall off the top is pretty good too, ain't
Yeah,
it?
yep, that's pretty damn good indeed. Roy's not going to be too sad to see that for sure. Ira's Demonstration, Firebending Lesson, Combustion Technique, Consult the Star Charts, which is just like all the best cards in your deck.
Wow.
Still haven't seen Monument though.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
We'll
anything
find it eventually. They are absolutely crushing it right now. You can just go 1 mana, Ira's Demonstration on the Hydra. I think that's where I would start.
Yeah.
And then just, you can consult immediately, or you can just play as defensive as possible, wait to see what Nathan does, and then consult with that knowledge.
So using the second mode there, 4 damage to target creature.
And looks
Wouldn't have
like,
been able to save it with the Fabled Passage cracked anyways.
exactly, yep. So discarded away the Firebending Lesson to upgrade it to another Combustion Technique.
Jeez.
And everything coming up Rui Zhang.
Absolutely. Anything that hits the board here, Nathan is just going to have it go straight to the
Yeah.
graveyard. But opts to go for a Bossing Say Earthbend land.
Yep.
All the star charts in response.
And that's smart of Nathan here, contextual to what Zhang has here, just saying, if I just keep playing spells, they're going to have that removal spell to be able to deal with it straight away,
Yeah.
or you can waste a removal spell on just my Bossing Say activation.
Yeah,
so
yeah, which doesn't really
Yeah.
do anything.
either way, Nathan knows he's in a really brutal spot here, but that is the better play to do here for sure.
Firebending lesson this one. Trigger.
Firebending Lesson on the elf.
Go. After you take 2.
9.
Roy goes to 9. Nathan at 18.
Yeah, and Lesson's looking great. This particular build, nothing too really dynamic as far as the changes, except Consult the Star Charts. That as a 3 of in the main, that's something that we don't necessarily see as a stock
Yeah.
list in this Is It Lessons deck.
Oh,
But it's
hey.
looked great.
Speak of the devil, Monument to Endurance has arrived here, so I think we're going to see some fireworks pretty soon.
Yeah, and
1,
now
2, 3.
it's
It's fine. I heard you
let
did
it
the other
begin.
match, so.
Yeah.
You know, now the
where's our
monument
cool
is going
flicky
to
thingies?
clean it up pretty shortly here.
Oh, I wonder if that just belonged to like a judge and they're using it somewhere else.
maybe.
That was really cool. I
It
like
was cool, yeah. And a reminder to everyone at home, these two are playing for the only person that's going to be 8-0. And then that magic number at this Pro Tour, if you hit 12 wins, you are automatically sent into the top 8. So
Yep.
Whoever
Just got to
wins
make sure you
that.
get your 12 wins before the final round, and then you are locked. You get to chill for the rest of the day and worry about the top 8.
whoever wins this, being able to just go 4-4 on day 2 and make it is pretty nice.
It's definitely a comforting thought. As opposed to the players who are sitting with only 3 wins at the moment.
Yeah.
Stressing right now.
Oh, yes, yes. That was my bread and butter.
What, 4 and 4 or
No,
3 and
being
5?
3 and 4, playing for day 2, hoping for the best, you know?
You're at 18?
Yeah.
So we're down to 5, but very much in the lead here.
Yep.
Needs to protect their life total.
Yep.
So let's get digging and
result,
see
result.
what
Yeah.
they can find.
So just taking a look at top 6 cards, trying to find any action here. Now, you do have to definitely clean up the Harmonizer, but that's already ready to go. Looks like Ancestral Recall was the first pick and Monument number 2 for the second pick.
Just
That
assume
looks
you can
great.
bottom them for the rest of the match.
Let's accumulate wisdom. Still
go to
have
my
the
hand.
discount courtesy of our talents. And are you ready for triggers, friends? Because here we go.
Yep. And this is where Rui Zhang is just showing absolute mastery in their deck. You know, we have seen them pop off when it comes to this kind of state, and it's not a lot of hesitation. It's I know what to do from this spot, and all you got to do is execute. And
Yeah.
well, this is why Zhang
Yeah.
is one of the best players on the Pro
There
Tour.
it is, there it is.
There we go.
Very happy about
it's
that.
back.
I will now make my land drop.
Yeah. You know, the preparation that Team Sanctum put in, and, you know, the reps that they get through. Just do it, be clear about it, and,
Yep.
you know, off to the races you go.
I feel like most of the time when they get the reps with this kind of the stock good deck, they get reps by playing against their brew.
Yeah.
But someone's got to be the enemy playing, you know, the stock good decks against the brews. And looks like Rui Zhang was that enemy and just said, you know what? This deck's awesome. I'm just going to play this instead.
I mean enemy, more like final boss.
Yeah.
Sitting here undefeated.
So like
9 and 9, I get it.
Shortcutting it there, but basically dead.
Yep.
As Nathan concedes, or scoops it up here. Rui Zhang picking up the first game in our decider as to who is going to be undefeated.
Yep. I said 9 and 9. I get it. That's enough to finish me off. And oh no, Nathan Steuer with a mold to 5. And Rui Zhang's hand looks great. Very defensive, but very solid. So this is going to be really tough for our former world
bet I
champ
did.
for sure.
You're okay.
But a great start here, being able to go into Earthbender Ascension. That's great.
Forest.
Yeah, it not being, you know, red source firebending lesson.
Yeah.
Nathan able to fade that, so.
Or Nathan didn't go second Llanowar Elf and walk into this Iroh
Yeah,
demonstration or something like that.
That would have been rough. I haven't seen a Badger Mole Cub yet.
Yeah, and Badger Mole Cub, to be fair, is not amazing.
Yeah.
In the landfall decks, it's just one of the good cards. Where the rhythm decks, it's the card.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
For sure.
So big things there from Zhang, not playing presumably what we have as a
River
red
Verge.
source in the hand. Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a Verge, so that is still a red mana. Decides to play Grand instead and just says, well, I hope you do not have a very strong turn.
What's your name? 7, 6?
And, well, good news for Zhang is Nathan's turn is not going to be that spectacular. We can Bushwalk for a land, play Saz's Chocobo, and then play a land, or just play Harmonizer, but no land drop to play afterwards. So
Okay.
nothing too exciting here.
Yep, just big dude on board, and let's see if Ray can answer that.
Yep.
River Pyre Verge hits the board here. It is just making the red mana currently.
Yep, and then we get the looting going. Has like 3 monuments there for Zhang, so probably getting rid of one of those. But of course, we'll leave it up to the master. They know much better than, well, most players, that's for sure. Another Verge off the top is excellent. It's being able to have second red source.
2 cards.
You know, Tannen talked about Rui's performance in the last, you know, couple years. And
Yep.
they have such an excellent conversion record into day number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just never managing to, you know, push it all the way to the end just yet. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
believe on that stat that we saw, it was 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
day twos, which is incredible. Looks like 8-8 at Lorwyn, which a player of Rui Zhang's status, you're not happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's, a solid performance, but when you're a veteran like they are, you want to be doing better than 8-8 at Pro Tours.
For sure. And we've seen Zhang as well at a bunch of the Spotlight series that we worked on together. So
Yep.
it's great to see the players who are on the Pro Tour also still playing, the regional championships, playing the Spotlight series. So
Yep, absolutely.
plenty of Magic to be played.
Always
days.
playing Spice when we see them at the Spotlight too, which is always very fun to watch.
So just Chocobo hits the board. And we're going to crack that straight away, it seems.
And just a bushwhack, so has the ability to fight Gran or get another land. Either way, it feels like, the one thing Nathan would really want is, 2 more cards to negate that mull to 5. So you really want both. You want one more land from bushwhack and a fight, but of course, not the option.
Only one.
And then, this game is really dedicated and really going to come down to, does Rui Zhang have the time?
Earth.
Yeah.
Because the hand is stocked, Nathan's hellbent. But Rui's definitely behind on the battlefield right now.
Oh, yeah,
no
for
doubt.
sure. Island drawn off the top there. How do we navigate?
No cards.
Nathan.
Has the ability to just go Iroh's demonstration on this.
Yep.
Hold up another piece of interaction. I believe we have combustion technique. And interact with
So
that if you want.
Monuments are just
Chapter
hanging
4
out,
here.
not having the discount
Or, you know
does
what I
slow
mean,
Rui
not
down.
chapter.
Combustion
Counter on
technique.
here. Attack for
Boom,
2.
boom.
Yep, still bounces the Llanowar. There's no way to get by without that extra landfall trigger going on Llanowar Elves.
Yep.
And now Monument with spells galore
3.
to pop off. And
Oh, flash
but
freeze.
no way to discard or anything yet from Zhang,
Yep.
so it's definitely not all wrapped up by any means. I guess we do have the land. The land is eventually going to help take over.
Just help filter through.
Yep. The Ignicali. And now that's a big choice. Does Zhang want to deploy second monument or just start looting with the land? And looks like the plan is hold up flash freeze and then start looting next turn. Whenever you can draw 3 cards and discard 1 for the low price of 4 mana and just tapping one of your lands, that's pretty good.
Activate Ignicali.
Alrighty. Artist talent. Picked up off the top there. Flash freeze. Ready to counter any green critter or any green spell that Nathan may cast.
Yep. But now,
Oh.
I mean, the one thing
Blue
we're
wisdom,
definitely
there
looking
you
at,
go.
this Llanowar Elf is a
Is chunky.
5. I mean, a Fabled Passage is lethal. A Escape Tunnel is lethal.
Yeah.
A Bossing Say is lethal. An Earthbender Ascension is lethal. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here
Yeah.
that
matter.
Nathan could really sneak this one out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mull to 5. I scoff at thee.
Yeah. So we might definitely see, like, Artist Talent get discard, make
Yeah, I
2
felt like
treasures.
that one,
Let's go draw 2.
but means your other
Okay.
ones are good.
Drawing 2.
Gotta find an answer for this elf.
Yep. And it's like you either make 2 treasures and then cast your 2-mana Ancestral Recall.
I did not play
Or
land
just draw
this
2.
turn, correct? Like,
I don't
last turn I
believe.
played Tap Steam Vents and I had decent play. Is that
Sure, I don't know.
I mean,
I have no clue.
That's the class.
don't want to,
I
like-
believe Zhang has not played a land yet, but I'm also not a $1,000,000,000 sure. There's so much other stuff to be focused on.
So you cast the monument last turn.
Just play your land. It's fine.
Nathan, you beaut.
Love it.
Okay, yeah, you are.
Just play your
And it's a steam bed that's for sure going to come in
well.
tapped because you can't put yourself to 5 here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So it looks like we might be seeing an Accumulate Wisdom to draw 3.
Go.
Nathan's got so many outs. And that's
That's
it.
it, that's it. Escape tunnel, crack, go find another land. Look at his face.
Nathan looked like he had conceded that
was
game
crazy.
basically
Yeah,
on turn
yeah.
4. So the fact that he gets to shuffle up and play the next game, he is thrilled about.
That's my favorite game of the day. I love
That
that.
was incredible.
Sorry, guys. I've been over there. We're good now. Sorry. All right.
What is that? Is it 6 in hand? Grand start here. 7.
Yep.
Oh, both 7.
7 from
Perfect.
both.
Let's go.
Grand on the play. The ideal start from Zhang.
Go.
And
Diadrine
not the ideal
Ascension
start
Cub.
from Nathan.
Yeah, I would have loved a friendly Llanowar Elves who...
Yeah.
Who you calling man a dork?
Yeah. But makes sense. After Nathan just mulled to 5, he's like, well, this hand is playable. I'm keeping it. Maybe he doesn't have a 1-drop yet, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's got action. That's what you want. 2 copies of Diadrine now. Super cool card from Edge of Eternity. Is another banger set that we've had recently.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, space. Now double discounts incoming here for Rui. Firebending Lesson and Boomerang Basics in hand.
None of that's really that exciting. I mean,
No,
the one
it's
thing
not.
Zhang really wants is like an Iroh's demonstration, so you can then attack with Grand. But yeah, that's a very much a consolation prize, just playing Unsummon there.
Yeah.
But does still allow you to attack.
Yep. Get the draw and discard here. Off of Grand. Consult the star charts. That's a decent pickup. Firebending Lesson ready to answer whatever comes down next from Nathan.
So big thinks on what to discard here. Huge moment, huge game for these players. No matter what, going in 7-1 at day 2, you feel great. But when you're 7-0 and you lose that last round, dinner does taste just a little bit worse. You know, that's just a fact.
This is Vegas. The food's good everywhere.
Yeah, but it's still just
sure.
slightly worse when you lose that last round of a Pro Tour. Whether it be you're at 5-3, you know,
Well,
7-1, losing that last round always stings a little bit.
Unless these players go to time and end up in a draw, unfortunately, someone does have to lose.
Yep. And we do have one other player, of course, that is technically undefeated. Jack Potter, fellow Canadian of yours, is 6-0-1.
Yeah, excellent stuff from our players at the top of the standings. It's going to be awesome to see which players, which decks come out unscathed in inverted commas.
Now we're looking at the hands here, and it really feels like everything kind of flipped, you know?
Yeah.
Now if Nathan has the time, look at how much gas he has in the tank, so.
Diadrine number 2 hits the board.
Yep, just
3 counters.
recast in the same one, but yeah, now it cannot really be dealt with super easily. The Iroh's demonstration, the 4-mana spells can still clean it up.
It does get it out of range of the Firebending Lesson, though, which is a good thing for Nathan Steuer at the moment. Combustion Technique can kill it.
Yep,
Yeah.
can deal with it, so that is going to be excellent. And then the senior discount is online here, so if Zhang can find the best draw in their deck right now, which would be Ancestral Recall. But even It'll Quench You, something like that looks excellent as well.
For sure. Just slow down whatever Nathan's doing, because he's got a handful of cards.
Exactly.
The first artist talent trigger. Is that the discount from the first Allen?
Yeah.
Yep, just making sure everything's working
one
out
that's
great. Big thanks to all the judges for making sure everything is correct.
Yeah. Magna Kayla hits the board. Iris Demonstration, Firebending Lesson in hand. Fabled Passage drawn off the top here for Nathan.
Yeah, and really not a great hand from
Yeah.
Zhang, that's for sure. But once again, you know, the Lessons deck, we've seen it just get completely carried away with just one top decked Ancestral Recall to accumulate wisdom, and we're off to the races.
Badgermole Cub comes to party. Earthbends the Fabled Passage here for Nathan Steuer.
Yeah, and Zhang doesn't even really need to firebend the Badgermole Cub by any means, as this Fabled Passage is not all about generating mana. It is just about getting that extra land drop. But now, ooh, Nathan could fall into a bit of a trap here.
Yeah.
If he does go for the Bushwhack with the Cub onto Grand. That will be a nice 2-for-1 for Zhang. So let's see if Nathan can kind of sniff that out. Or the other option is just sack Fabled Passage, go get the other planes, and then play Diadrine.
Looks like that is something Nathan is interested in. Really cool use of the fetch lands. Being able to use it again at a later stage.
Yep. And,
That's why you see, you know, like Terramorphic Expanse, those kind of effects in decks. You're like, what the heck are you doing playing this? Well,
right.
that's it. Diadrine number 3, right? Yeah.
Yep. And Zhang pausing here, posturing, fully posturing, just saying, I have a Niddle Quench You, but I don't want to use it right now. These players at this level, you know, they're going to jam kind of anyways, but you want to make sure you're posturing. Otherwise, they will pick up on that information for sure.
Yeah. Spire Bluff Canal, Iro's Demonstration in hand. So Rui's been doing a great job of keeping this board under control. Nathan has been having trouble keeping anything in play.
2 draws at finding and accumulate wisdom. Maybe a monument, that would be great too.
Bossing Say is going to put in some work here if we can't find anything meaningful for Nathan.
Yep, and that lesson really looks different when there's no monument or accumulate wisdom on the top 20 cards of your deck, that's for sure.
Alrighty, let's ascend, shall we?
Nathan seems like he's in the zone.
Thinking about how I want to tap. Oh, sorry.
Just making sure he's using the lands that he wants to.
Yep.
Earthbending the ones that he needs.
Leaving the green open there. Leaving the white open would not allow him to bushwhack the Fabled Passage onto Grand here, which I'm sure he's going to do.
Yeah, especially when, you know, the door's open, mana's tapped, Grand is defenseless.
Flip side, though, Zhang not drawing what they need off the top, but Nathan's hand is not very good either. So this is going to be a bit of the battle of the top decks here down the stretch to see who our 8-0 player is.
Magic is funny.
Oh, I
and
love
how many games can you say you've been whacking grannies? Oh boy. So Bushwhack takes care of one of the discounts. Rui does still have the Artist Talent, which is pretty much impossible to deal with.
Yep, plus 1 card in hand. Didn't get a good look at. I think it was Firebending Lesson, so.
Yeah, I don't think Nathan had any enchantment removal in his deck.
Looks like Judge is stepping in here to make sure something was resolved correctly. Maybe a puzzled look from both players. I can't, you know, don't want to speculate on what they're considering.
Yeah. Just wait to see or hear what the judges say.
Yep. But you'd much rather have this kind of opportunity where the judges step in, make sure everything's correct, rather than a mistake that we have to rewind.
Yeah,
it might dictate a final match at such an important moment. So
sometimes judges make judge calls too, you know?
Exactly. So big appreciation to all the judges out there making these tournaments run smooth and correctly.
Wouldn't be a pro tour without them, that's for sure. All right, here comes a judge. Let's listen.
Okay, looks good.
All good and gravy. Let's keep going.
That's what I meant.
Yep, triggers up on that.
Yeah. So you go to 18. Go ahead.
Okay, big draw step. Can Zhang find one of the powerful cards, Monument or Accumulate Wisdom?
Look at this graveyard. Look how many things have happened, and that is the first life that Rui's lost.
Yeah. So leveled up the Artist Talent. Now, I mean, that does mean Firebending Lesson is a deal for.
Yeah.
Not great, but, you know, not horrendous. And looks like Nathan Steuer with just another brick off the top. So it's just going to be time to, you know, keep the walls safe of Bossing Say over and over.
Doing some quick math here. Temple Garden over in hand. What's he looking at?
Yeah, it's just all land. So it's just how to distribute these counters from Bossing Say and how aggressive Nathan wants to get. Do we want to sack lands to just thin your deck more to try to find your good spells, or just, hey, attack for 4?
Yeah. No, it seemed to work pretty well from last time, so if not, why not?
So I like this. It's an attack
Nice.
for 4 regardless because of Earthbender Ascension. So now you get to thin and deal the same amount of damage. Looks like that forest should be untapped.
Yeah.
But not that
What's going
Nathan
on
is
here?
going
I'm just
to.
looking how many basics I have in my deck.
Why
That
is
Fable Passage got cracked and I got a forest from it. That's all.
why is this tapped?
There we
It's untapped, thank you.
go.
Trigger.
Good on
That's
you,
all I
Rui.
missed.
And looks like, yeah, another Boss Sing Say in hand from Nathan. So able to double activate next turn, attack for 4 or 5 every single turn.
Man, these hands have been heckin' clunky, but you know,
Yeah.
on board, Nathan at least has mana sinks. He's got something to do at this point, whereas Rui's got Agna Kayla.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a mana sink as well. I'm curious what Zhang drew because it was an immediate pass. Could definitely be something like 3 steps ahead.
It'll quench you.
Hey, yeah.
Freeze, yeah.
Not great.
Especially not with, you know, the inability to counter activated abilities. So.
This is just what makes competitive Magic so great. Sometimes your deck's firing on all cylinders and it's up against your opponent's deck that's firing all cylinders. Sometimes you're both getting your B- or C draws.
Yep.
And it makes for a very interesting game.
Yeah, and you know, like your deck is never going to perform optimally every single time.
Exactly.
So you have to know how to navigate it when it's having a bad day.
Yeah, right? So there's
Can I go
6
default?
coming in from Bossing Say, and now Zhang gets to do some looting.
dig.
What we kind of saw in game number 2, Zhang drew just a ton of cards, but at the end could not find the key removal spells to not just die. And if Zhang's deck takes their time and you find this card draw eventually, well, these lands are going to put that pressure on you that you need to deal with, and it might just be too late.
Yep. Shoo-wee. That is not looking good here for Rui Zhang. Nathan Steuer has the power on board
That was
to wrap.
huge.
Whoa, rest in peace. Hello.
That might have been the best possible draw. Something that doesn't get
Jeez,
countered by
yeah.
Flash Freeze, and that is going to like really slow down the power.
Uh-huh.
Ancestral Recall, no longer an Ancestral Recall.
Shoo-wee. What a draw there for Nathan.
That was incredible.
Any possible outs that Zhang could have had was reliant on that graveyard beat.
Yeah, its Monument looks great still, but you need it paired with other spells. So
Yeah.
if you just top deck Monument next turn, it's not really going to do anything. You get to discard the Flash Freeze and then hope you draw into something, but that's a lot of ifs.
Awesome. Say activation.
Looks like Nathan is not necessarily worrying about Rest in Peace yet. We'll see if it's a priority at all or if just Steuer just
6,
bossing
8.
says twice again.
Yeah. It's got 10.
6, 7, 8, 9,
12
10,
potentially?
11. Yeah, so it is. Nathan's just not even worried about Rest in Peace right
Yeah.
now. It's just saying, you know what, you're not going to be able to beat this wide of a battlefield.
One.
And I will tend to agree. I don't know what kind of outs Zhang has.
You got it.
Yep, that's it. Nathan Steuer, undefeated. Gives the old fist pump. Congratulations to Nathan, 8-0. Monty called it. Nathan's
Yeah.
back.
I mean, I think if we could have all looked at that moment in game 2 where, you know, he looked pretty dejected. It's like,
Yeah.
well, my opponent has a bunch of cards. I'm doing nothing but attacking with a Llanowar Elf that's getting one bigger per turn. That game looked basically over, but Nathan was able to keep a cool head and take that one down.
Absolutely. Great celebration there with teammates and friends. Commiserations to Rui Zhang, but still an excellent record to end the day on. 7-1.
Yeah.
It's going to be a super good day for both players tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rui Zhang got really unlucky in game 2 there. That definitely should have been their game. But yeah, 7-1, you really got to be happy about that.
Absolutely.
Definitely going to be in pod 1 with Nathan in the morning, which is going to be awesome.
Ooh, more draft. Friends, we're not there
Yes.
yet, though. We need to get through the rest of round number 8 here. Look at those pretty lights. We got some more magic for you, so don't go anywhere. back to coverage of Pro Tour Secrets of Strixhaven. It is a wonderful, wonderful Magic-Con here thus far. We're having an excellent time here at the Pro Tour. Someone is going home with that extremely beautiful trophy that I do not want to touch because it looks like it's about to break, but you know what, Corey?
Yeah. Were they doing Quandrix math there, like via a group session when on that shot? I need to check that out. That was.
I'm not sure, but
funny.
we can maybe go and get some tips from.
We got to go
That
do
was a
some
family
advanced
area,
math.
right?
Yeah.
There were some kids there who could teach us a thing or two, I'm sure. Welcome back, friends. We are jumping straight back into the action here. We're going to see the deciding matchup here between Jack Potter and Robin Courtiat. Both think that Jack thinks he's in Quandrix.
Yep.
Thinks he's in Lorehold. But we're playing mono green landfall for Jack, and is it prowess in the hands of Robin? So let's see which of these players is going to come out on top, and if maybe we can have one more technically undefeated player.
Absolutely, yep. Jack has the opportunity to be going into day 2 of the Pro Tour in second place for sure. And people might remember the name of Jack Potter as, well, a green player across all formats in Modern. House of Mana playing Amulet, an absolute master there. So definitely a green player through and through.
Good luck. Thank you.
Hailing from Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see him constantly playing Amulet, an absolute master of that format and doing quite well.
That is not an easy deck to play.
No, that Quandrix makes a lot of sense. That's
yeah,
for
that
sure.
does, yeah.
Advanced math problems. Mulligan to 5 here from Robin. Not the way you want to be starting with Prowess. Prowess, usually a pretty good matchup against green because, well, there's not a lot of interaction for your slick shot show-offs. So outside of Melstrider Resolve, something like that, you're able to just kind of go off with your slick shot show-offs.
2 pieces of interaction in hand here for Robin to deal with this Chocobo if he so chooses, but looks like we're going to foretell. We're going to plot this friend here.
Yep.
Slick shot show off, and yeah, let's see if we can get some fireworks going off with it next turn.
Yeah, it makes sense to plot that because the nightmare scenario of Sausage Chocobo getting up to 2 power and then you Melstrider's Resolve to fight the bird. You're pretty much done when it comes to that, especially on a mulligan to 5 where maybe now you can draw, have something like Secret Identity to back it up, and maybe you got yourself a game.
Yes.
Little Chocobo getting in for 2. Robin's bird hits the board here.
Target. Roll treatment.
Okay.
Royal treatment in response to the target. So now we have
There you go.
Prince
I'm at 17,
Chocobo.
you're at 18? Yeah.
Able to protect that. No land drop from Robin, so if Jack does have the way to deal with Slick Shot, or hey, even Earthbender Ascension, get 2 triggers onto Saza's, attack for 5, you got to think Jack is winning the race here too.
Attack for 3. Yeah.
Little birdie that could in for 3.
That means no land.
Yeah. Is there a follow-up play here, or we just pass the turn? Okay, Keen-Eyed Curator, all right.
But definitely both players not getting the draws they necessarily want by any means.
A little clunky, but land number 3 here for Robin. Excellent choice of basics.
Yep. So looks like Robin has the choice of searing the Saza's Chocobo, paying the 1, or searing the Keen-Eyed Curator and holding up a null in case, let's say, Jack goes land 3, Earthbender Ascension, something like that.
Null, great answer to Pesky Enchantments.
I'm at 14, Robin is at 15.
Yep. Two times
Do we
3.
find land 3?
And then 2 plus 3.
I'm just misreading your handwriting. I apologize.
Yep, that'll happen.
So long as I can read it.
Melstrider's Resolve, we do have the answers for that.
Nice, okay.
Yep, that is a big deal. But is there a second one?
Oh,
my
birdie down,
goodness.
birdie down.
Now this Saza's Chocobo is basically unkillable, as it does have 6 toughness plus ward 1. Not hitting that hard right now, but still, Robin has lost his pressure.
Yep. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature either, so this is a problem.
Yep, and here's the card that is just okay against landfall. The Otter's amazing in the format.
Yeah.
Arguably the best card here in the format, but against mono green, it is a little lackluster. You basically never have time to level 2 it, and the Otter itself is whatever.
is whatever. You've heard it here, folks. The otter is whatever.
All right, the otter itself is just okay. It's just okay.
Keen-eyed curator. It's the board once again here. Able to destroy that graveyard as needs be, but the Spirit Mana is not exactly a thing high on.
Yeah, this might be Robin's only opportunity to buy a card from the graveyard, but it comes with a cost. 2 damage.
Ouch.
And very well could be Robin's last action that he takes on today because, well, I mean, there is 6 damage coming across. A land represents lethal if we can clear out the otter.
The Melon Stride is resolved. Number 3, there's a land. There's the trigger.
House of Mana doing exactly what he does best, getting some more mana into play.
Sure.
Attack for 7.
Block.
Yes. Take 3.
Block the big
a
bird.
4.
Take 3.
Go ahead.
Passes the turn. No follow-up here, and probably not even needed, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really know what can happen to get you out of this Saz's Chocobo. Something like a Boomerang Basic there, pay the 1 and sear the Keen-eyed. But that's not there.
It's not indeed, and Jack Potter might be about to become our 2nd undefeated player.
Yeah, and I think Robin has to act now with this sear because otherwise I bet Jack just untaps and then this Keen-eyed will be able to be cleaned up. But if this is a royal treatment,
It's fine.
Okay, that resolves.
On top.
Yeah.
didn't even pay the 1 to eat another card in hand. So this gotta lead me to believe that there is a royal treatment, but you only need 1 threat. Would you like to pay the 1?
And that is going to do it. The Chocobo gets it done here for Jack Potter. Advances to 7-0-1. So undefeated, 2nd place behind Nathan Steuer.
Yep.
Excellent stuff there for him.
He's definitely cast a lot more 1-drops in his green decks, like Amulet of Vigor over Saz's Chocobo, but he has been doing quite well with Saz's Chocobo just the same. Congratulations to House Mana.
Absolutely, friends. Thank you so much for joining myself and Corey. We're going to say goodbye and head you straight back over to the news desk.